Oh, here's your Backstage pass.
Right, quiet on the set.
Action!
Welcome to Sedona's Backstage Pass with Chandra, presented by Chef Lisa Dahl. This is your inside look into culture, curators, and creative artists. And now, your host, Chandra.
Welcome, my VIPs. You've got your Backstage Pass, and you are in. Get ready for some more behind-the-scenes stories that you would never hear about unless you tuned in here to Sedona's Backstage Pass. I know I say that every week, I do, but it's true, and I've got some great guests for you today. And before we get to those guests, I want to mention a few folks. First of all, I want to talk about the Sedona International Film Festival. Now, yes, they have a film festival. It's incredible. It's 9 days in February, going right into March, and they've grown into something so much more comprehensive. They've actually become a true hub for live entertainment, bringing us unforgettable live music concerts, hilarious comedy shows, and brilliant productions through their very own Sedona Professional Theater. Whether it's a film screening or a live stage event, they are constantly curating the best talent from around the globe. And you got to check out their full schedule. And how you do that is go to sedonafilmfestival.com. There you will see the upcoming events on their website there. And join me in experiencing all the great things that they're bringing to Sedona and the Verde Valley. Now, the next group I want to talk about is Verve Events and Tents. When you're planning a wedding, we're right now in the summer, but during the fall, we start right back up again with wedding season. And if you're planning to come into Sedona for your wedding or a special event you're throwing, like a birthday party, anniversary event, something like that, or maybe a holiday event, you got to know that every single detail is handled with care and style at Verve Events and Tents. That's why I am telling you about them. They are a one-stop shop that takes care of everything you could possibly need to make your day, your event, run smoothly. From the essential plateware, cutlery, linens, to the tables, furniture they've got, and of course, their signature tents and beautiful dance floors, they have it all. Their team brings great expertise and the inventory to turn any vision into a stunning reality. And if you have an event on the horizon coming up, right, reach out to the pros at Verve Events and Tents. They're fabulous. They are truly the foundation of a perfect celebration. And finally, I want to talk about Sedona.biz. In a town as busy and dynamic as our town, Sedona, and including the Verde Valley, it can be a challenge to keep track of everything happening around us, right? If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of our local economy, let's say, or stay informed on everything that makes this town vibrant, make sure you're checking in with the team at Sedona.biz. It's where our story lives. My first guest has been here twice already, and he's here again. Actually, I'm here again because this is not my studio. This is Scott's studio. Scott Yates, you are the man behind the scenes that makes it all happen. I'm going to call you the glue.
The glue.
The glue.
I am now the glue.
You are the glue. You are the man who keeps it all together with all the IT and all the things that you do for the Dahl Restaurant Group and for Chef Lisa Dahl. Plus the fact that you guys are cute together because you're a couple as well. Okay. I want to know a bunch of things. First of all, I know what Lisa's philosophy is. I want to know what yours is. What is it that moves you, like that is really your focus and attention on the Dahl Restaurant Group? What's your philosophy?
My philosophy is to hold as tight to our why.
Oh, and I have it right here.
And what
Ask
is that?
Scott about his why, right here.
Oh my!
I was gonna get you on this because
I can't believe you said that.
No, you see, look at this. I had already written it down. I just didn't want you to see it, so I was like trying to go. And the reason for this, I have to explain a little bit. You bought me a book, and you said, Chandra, you tell everybody where to go. You tell us where to go, and then we just show up. I want to know why. Why do you do this? Why do you do what you do? Right?
You're right.
Okay. Go ahead. I want to know your why. I have mine, and I have it on my phone because I can't seem to memorize it yet, where it's clear. You know,
We have about 4 or 5 whys.
Okay, I want to hear what your why is.
So my philosophy is that I hold everything that we do in terms of how the guests see us in the public eye together. And that can be, I always like it to be transparent. I like it to be their idea. And for that, it gives them a sense of confidence that they are finding something new, or that something new has like first on the scene and they've just found it.
Okay.
And so when that happens, I mean, that I think my job is done. It's like I can go home. Of course,
Okay,
of
so
course I don't.
I just want clarity here. So you like the fact that you allow space for people to discover something.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
And this is what helps you to like go, yeah, I'm there. Because you're kind of like presenting. Is that what it is? You're offering up something where people can discover and get excited about it, bring joy?
Yeah. Well, it comes down to, we constantly want to elevate our brands because we are an elevated brand experience. We're a dining destination in all 6 restaurants. And so it doesn't matter what you're feeling that day or what your appetite is. We pretty much have everything that you're going to look for, including it being really super healthy, clean food, presented in a beautiful environment with gorgeous music. Or we have one restaurant that has a view, so all the other restaurants have to have something that's, you know, that juicy, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my job, it's my philosophy to make sure that they kind of have a sense of that little secret sauce is coming at you, right? And the way I keep things fresh in my own mind is I read voraciously. I mean, I devour information. Like I'll listen to audiobooks, etc. I'm listening to Walter Isaacson right now on he's a world-renowned biographer. He's done Leonardo da Vinci, Einstein, Steve Jobs. I mean, you name it. I mean, he's done it, right? And right now I'm listening to Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs was crazy.
I can imagine that.
He was crazy in a kind of a controlled sense, but he didn't know who he was, right? I've always had this sense of, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I may not like the path that I originally took and have to do that 3 steps forward, 5 steps back thing.
Right.
To finally get there. But in the end, it's all about elevating the brand and provide and using technology and using creativity. And when you don't have that, who do you reach out to help you? No man has an island. No woman has an island.
True.
It takes a team. And so my philosophy is that teamwork trumps everything. It makes everything happen well. I may be the glue that holds all that together. Here's my checklist.
Yeah.
And here's what we have to do to get where we're going.
It's very creative. You know, I want you to know I am really aware of the fact that because of the things, I'm kind of a one-woman band, so to speak, with some of the bigger projects that I'm doing at the moment, like this podcast, and also like the In the Living Room music series. But although there are people on the team, I do my parts, they do their parts, and it all works well together. And when I say one woman, meaning I'm doing the advertising, self-promoting, where, you know, you're working with other people that are helping you with that as well, right? Which is wonderful. And my God, the wealth of information that you have with all that you put together to make everything work it's huge. It's vast, really. I mean, that's what I mean when you're the glue. You're the person who's really, you're like the overseer, you know, making sure it all works. And I love that. So I have a question for you. I have several, actually. If you were to describe yourself, how would you describe yourself? You know, like we know you're creative. We obviously know you're a brain, you know, because you're a massive reader and you're a techie guy. So how would you describe yourself to someone who did not know you? It's an interesting question, is it not?
More water.
It's like, where's the ocean? I'm diving in. I'm getting out of here right now. I don't think I've ever asked that question before.
You know, at my heart, I'm an adventurer.
Are you?
I take my Jeep out, or I'll go hiking for 10 miles.
Alone?
Alone.
Oh,
And,
wow.
like I'll bust out on a Saturday morning and go, put my pack on and I'll, and that adventure, that solitude, that separation from the day to day is what keeps me engaged, because sometimes I'll wear earbuds, sometimes I won't. And I just like the silence. I just like, maybe I'll talk to somebody on the trail, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that.
But I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's windy.
Really?
I don't care if it's 100 degrees or 30 degrees.
So do you do this often, or do you do this when
All
you
the
know
time.
you have to?
All the time.
Okay.
Because, and I know that I'll spend 3 or 4 days in the office straight, and Lisa will be like, hey, guess what? You've only logged 2 miles today. What happened to that 6 miles? And she's right, because I feel things getting stale. Well, if I'm getting stale and I'm doing my work in a stale environment, what does that do with the outcome, right? So if I'm working on something that's important or creative that is meant for our guests, they're gonna get that. So Lisa's philosophy has always been, when you cook with love, you feed the soul.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
And so that's eternal in our organization. That's part of our why. It's like, when we get out of bed in the morning, we're going to cook with love to feed the soul. And I'm cooking with tech and philosophy and creativity and ads and communications. Lisa she's spurring that on, because she's always got an idea. I have 3 buckets with Lisa. She says, if she says it once, I put it in bucket number 1. She says it again, I'm like, oh, damn, put it in bucket number 2. And if I haven't done it by bucket number 2 and I hear it again, I was like, uh-oh, she really means this.
Yeah, that's right.
This is important to her.
Yeah.
And so we kind of bounce off of one another in terms of things not getting stale. And so by me going out, I get that fresh air, I get that vitamin D, I get that inspiration. It's really important to me. And I'll be halfway down a trail and I'll be like, and I forget, I carry these little brown little notebooks. They're little moleskin books, they're like 3x5s, and I have them in my pocket. And if I don't have that, I feel almost naked, because I'll get this idea. Instead of recording it on my phone, I like to write things down, because it's that transfer that happens, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so what makes it fun is that when you kind of go through these iterations of the creativity, of the implementation of something, whether it's a new audio system going into Butterfly Burger, or it's a new ad going into Sedona Monthly, or whatever the case may be, it takes a long time to get there, and because you'll do like 4 or 5 different concepts, and you finally get to that winning concept, and you sit back and you go, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
or it's like,
good.
I can do better than that. I can do better, but I'm out of time. But nobody else knows that you could have done better. All they see is what you put out there.
That's right.
The next time it's elevated. So my job is to make sure that things don't get stale. And so we're producing new media for Mariposa and Dahl and DeLucas. So the TVs, they're all getting new media.
Wow.
New introductions about, the cuisine and the layouts and et cetera. Another thing that's happening is that Dahl and DeLuca is getting a new kitchen this summer.
Ooh.
We're gonna be closing for 2 months.
Wow.
And Lisa's got some surprises for the dining rooms, I hear, the whole works. And it's one of those things where not only she constantly reinvents, and that's what I do on a daily basis. I constantly reinvent what's going on, because we have so much data coming at us that allows us to pay attention. If you're paying attention, then your guests are telling us what they're looking for in the marketplace. I'm not trying to mimic other restaurants or restaurant groups and that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to force feed guests in terms of information. I'm not trying to force feed them this information. But like in our email campaigns,
yeah,
for Father's Day, there will be a theme, and Lisa will have 2 or 3 different recipes in there, but she'll always have something very insightful. Well, it's our job to make sure that we package that with the right photography and the right video and the right format, etc. So when you're looking at it, it's easy to digest, it's easy to understand, it's easy to take and share, and so it becomes exciting. That's why you get out of bed every day.
Okay,
right?
so all right, so if you were to sum it up in a couple of sentences, 2 questions. What is your why? What is it? What would you say is your why? It's not easy to do this, so you guys
right.
try
Yeah,
it sometime.
yeah.
It is intense.
Yeah. Well, if you break down the why, it's basically why. What do you believe in, and what is it that you do that's so important or so vibrant that other people feel the same way and they do what you do.
It also turns you on.
It does.
Right? Because that's it. That's when you get out of bed because you are so like, I can't wait to do this.
Yeah.
Which is not always the case, you guys, even when you love what you do. Come on, we're all human. But that why is that thing that turns you on. When you just go like, that's it. I just feel so good because I did, and then what's behind it, right?
But I believe that people have so much stuff going on in their lives. I believe that they want that escape. I think that they want that truthfulness. And it's my job to combine everything that we do in technology and creativity and put it on a silver platter for them so they can decide what they want.
Love it. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's what gets you excited.
It gets me excited.
I love it. It's a discovery, giving somebody here, open the treasure chest. I love it. So now I'm going to ask you again, how would you describe yourself?
I'm very focused.
Okay. And a worker.
I have checklists.
Work ethic.
I have work ethic. Like I'll be in the office at 8 and I'll leave at 7:30.
Yeah, I get it.
Not every day, but I work.
Yeah.
And when somebody owes me something, I'm like on them. It's like, listen, you said, and I gave you 2 extra days. Let's go. Let's get this
you're
done.
an integrity person. That's you'd say you're integral. What else?
I grew up that way. Integrity is a big thing with me. Communications is a big thing with me. When I was in high school, I worked at Gibson's Discount Center. It was like the early version of like a Walmart, I guess.
Okay.
Right? And this one guy, he taught me, he says, Yates, he says, you're hanging out with the wrong people. He says, listen, he says, people show you who they are every day. Listen to them.
He said that to you then?
Then, when I was like 16 or 17
wow,
years old.
because that's fairly new. That concept has come out like, not that long ago when I heard
this
that.
This guy is amazing.
Wow.
And I didn't realize what he said until like 10 or 15 years later. Of course. Right?
Yeah.
And I use that all the time.
They will tell you who they are. You bet they will.
I use that internally, and it's enlightening to me when I remember it. It's like, oh yeah, it's like they're showing me who they are every day. And
believe them.
Believe them.
Yeah, right.
And I think if people use that more in their lives, even in their family life, it's like your child is acting up. They're telling you who they are. What pay attention to that. There's something there.
Yeah, and what their needs are.
What their needs are.
Yeah. So would you say, okay, so we've got integral, we've got you're principled, right? You're a hard worker, and then what are the fun things? You're an adventurer. Oh,
adventure all the way.
Yeah.
It has to be outdoors.
And that's your roots because you grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. That is an incredible foundation for a life.
Yeah.
Because you did learn about life and death there on the farm, didn't you?
You do.
Yeah.
The thing about being outdoors is that, when you're hiking, it's always something new, even though you're doing the same trail, maybe 2, 3, 4 days in a row, that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, this is boring. I got to go do a new trail. But let's say that you go camping, and which I haven't done in ages since COVID.
Okay.
I have more camping gear than a person should be right to have. But it's something new. It's something adventurous. You don't know what's coming at you.
Right.
That kind of stuff. And I like solving problems.
Aha. That's it, isn't it?
It is.
You are a MacGyver, aren't you?
Just like you.
Yeah, I know. I have people come to me and go, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I go, all right, hang on. Let's get the chewing gum out. We're going to do this. There's always a way. There's always a way. Well, and I do believe that, by the way. I don't always like the challenges sometimes. Like I'm not that person seeking out this stuff.
The challenges sometimes are a little scary in the beginning.
They sure are.
And then once you assess, it's like, well, you know what? It can't get any worse.
I guess it can.
I guess it can. But
I go, no.
it's completely off the rails.
Yeah, that's it. I go like, let's look at this situation, Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever do this? Do you ever go like, well, there are no bombs going off in the backyard yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully never.
Yeah.
But like, how serious is this really?
Right.
Which kind of settles everything down.
Well,
a little bit.
Our philosophy internally, our operating philosophy is don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, you screw up with a guest or something like that. It's like, well, at least you didn't get your leg blown off. We can patch this one up.
Exactly. Exactly. I know.
Isn't that a horrible analogy?
No, terrible. But you know what? The thing about it is we have to kind of get our center, which is what is really happening here. Is this the earth shattering, or is this something that we can move through this? And hopefully we can.
Early in my IT career, I had done a bunch of independent Oracle stuff. That was my competency, right? I never worked for Oracle. I was an Oracle consultant, and I was good. And I got I got hired on to the space station project.
Wow!
And I worked for Rockwell.
Oh,
and
my
we were the doers, right? There was Boeing and NASA and Rockwell, and I had the good fortune of working as a lead person on the database team. And you got to see problems being created, solved, thrown away, reconstituted, everything. And that's what these databases did, is they held all of this data. So everything from a little wire to a big superstructure to an oxygen tank to anything that these scientists and engineers could dream up went into these databases. Well, I took a lesson from that. I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to sit in a room and I want to dream up cool stuff.
I love it.
And how am I going to solve it? That kind of thing. And
wow.
And so,
well, here you are.
And here I am.
You got exactly what you wanted.
Here I am.
It's looking a little
Be careful
different.
what you ask for.
That's it. Right. Gosh, seriously. Well, this is really cool. All right. Now, I want to ask you now about your focus on the guests. We had talked a little bit about this a few times ago, and it's a bullet list. It's like a bullet kind of, bullet points rather. And it's about focus, and it's about the guests. And I want to know about that. I know what Lisa does. Lisa is in the kitchen, and she's also out there talking to people, and she is a really mover shaker in the environments that she's doing, and a lot of things behind the scenes too, of course. And with you, your focus is on the guests in a different way. We've talked about this before: menus, themes, figuring it out. But what about the people that are coming into town? You talked a little bit about this last time, and I want to hear more about that. Focus and the goals with guests. It's all about the guests.
Guests have a life cycle. And in a big major market area, they're in neighborhoods. And so the guest life cycle is different. In Sedona, we're a destination. And they're coming here for mountain biking, shopping for art. And until Lisa, there was no dining destination. Now we're one of the dining destinations here in this town.
Right.
And so the guests are traveling. They come into town differently. They're travelers. Sometimes they're on their own adventure. Maybe they've been here 4 or 5 times, but most people are coming here for the first time. And so they're learning what's going on in town. Our job is to give them information in strategic places, on websites and social media, in print, and let them have the opportunity to understand, we give them information to make choices along the road, along their path, right?
When they're here. Yeah.
And one of the beautiful things that we do is that we, in our restaurants, we have what's called a 6-up card. And each restaurant is highlighted, right? And this little front back card that they can take with them. Well, it just gives them these little cliff notes to just like spark their idea. Maybe they'll stick it in a purse or in their back pocket or whatever. And sometimes they'll be on a Jeep tour, or they'll go, hiking on a trail themselves, and they're talking to other tourists or other friends and that kind of stuff, and they get inspired because it's like, did you read that article that was in Sedona Monthly or in Kudos or wherever, or did you listen to Chandra's podcast? It's like that. This woman, Lisa Dahl, has this restaurant group, and it's about clean food and vibrant, big, bold flavors and beautiful environments. And she just sounds like a blast. We got to go there, that kind of thing. And so, the life cycle of a guest, it can be, what if it's one day? Well, what do you want them to see, feel, and do in a day? What do you want them to see, feel, and do in 2 days or 3 days or 4 days? Some people come as timeshare guests, and they're here for an entire week. Well, what can you do to infuse into their their daily fun and activities or relaxation? It's like, hey, if you're in an Airbnb and you're laying by the pool, or you're just watching TV or whatever, go to Pizza Lisa in the village, and you go to the grab and go. You stock up. You grab a bottle of wine and some beautiful food, and you take it back, and now you're all stocked up for the weekend, and you sit there and enjoy, and you're texting your friends. It's like, man, we found this place. It's amazing. I mean, they got this great food, and we're here in the Sedona sunshine. It becomes a package. And when people feel that excitement, that's something that they're sharing. And so when I gave that example of people show you who they are every day, listen to them. Mm-hmm. So our job is to create examples. And I think we do a really good job of that. Do we hit it 100%? Not always, but I don't know anybody that can.
No, I think you do a great job. I mean, really, kudos to you and Lisa and your whole team. And we haven't even talked about David, because he's fabulous too. And I know there's so many people that are part of this process that makes the success of the Dahl Restaurant Group. It is a group. Not just the restaurants. It is a group of people, of wonderful people.
300 people in our company.
300 people.
300 people. And speaking of David, I mean, just won his 51st Wine Spectator Award of Excellence.
Oh, my gosh.
And this is over the last 25 years. He's amazing. He's not only our CFO, but, man, he just kill it on the wine list.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, I want to thank you for being here. I can't believe we've run out of time. Time just
this has been a lot of
on.
Fun. We've had some conversations
over
the last few episodes.
That's right. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to bring Lisa on with you soon, and it's going to be fun.
Oh, please. I'm going to be with you too. I won't get a word in edgewise.
True, but you'll look pretty.
I will look marvelous.
Yes, you will. You'll be marvelous, darling. Well, I'm hoping that this show and all of you listening will be seeing us soon. Like actually seeing us. Do you know what I'm saying? Good lighting.
I can't wait for that.
That's going to be fun.
That will be exciting.
Yeah, we're going to develop. I want to say we. And it is kind of we.
It is all
you. We, me, myself, and I.
You're recording, you're editing it.
I am, really. So I should say, I'm looking forward to that. I really want that to happen.
If it's an example of everything else you do, it's going to be wonderful.
Thank you, Scott. Mm. Scott Yates, the man behind it all, who is really out front as well of the Dahl Restaurant Groups. Thank you, Scott Yates, for being here. Make sure you say hi to Scott when you see him out and about with Lisa and when he's not with Lisa as well. All right. Thank you, Scott. You guys stay with me. I'll be right back. You can taste it in every bite. For over 30 years, Chef Lisa Dahl has redefined what it means to dine in Sedona, serving soulful and handcrafted cuisine inspired by love, artistry, and community. From the original little kitchen at Dahl and DeLuca to the majestic spirit of Mariposa to the couture flair of Butterfly Burger, every experience is elevated, every ingredient intentional. In every dish, you experience Lisa's lifelong mantra, when you cook, you feed the soul. To learn more about Lisa Dahl and the Dahl restaurants, please visit cheflisadahl.com.
When your project demands precision, experience, and trust, turn to Sefton Engineering Consultants. From expert civil engineers to construction management, we deliver real-world solutions that stand the test of time. With over 30 years in the business, Luke Sefton's team is committed to getting your project done right, on time, and on budget. Sefton Engineering Consultants. Reliable, experienced, personal. Learn more at seftonengineeringconsultants.com.
Here's more of Backstage Pass with Chandra, brought to you by Chef Lisa Dahl.
My second guest is a Spitfire and a very spiritual man and very loved here in Sedona and the Verde Valley. I am so happy to know how to pronounce his second name. I'm going to try anyway. Thank you, Reverend Anthony Mtuaswa. Did I do it right? Mtuaswa.
Yeah.
And is the
enough.
Johnson in there as well?
Oh, yeah. Got to never leave off the Johnson.
Because you're right. Because you're from Mississippi now.
From Mississippi. Got to own that Johnson.
I understand the southern thing because I'm from Texas.
All right.
And I can talk like this anytime I want to. That's right. So you were born in Mississippi. First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invitation, my dear.
And for those of you who do not know him, as there are those of you listening across the country, Reverend Anthony, he is an ordained Unitarian Universalist minister. He's a speaker, a writer, a poet, a producer, was a soldier, probably still is, a teacher, a mentor, and an elder. And we're going to talk about all this because when I say elder, I mean something a little bit different than what everyone's thinking. We're going to talk about that. First of all, how long have you been here in Sedona? Did you tell me you've been here since 2015?
I think so. 2015. 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. In fact, I was at Safeway this morning and a young man asked me how long I had been here. I had to freeze. So yeah, it's been about 10, 11 years now.
10, 11 years. And you've got a great voice, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm like listening to your voice and I'm having a little like deja vu of Barry White. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Ooh, to be in such company. Thank you, Sean.
I know. So
Thank
like
you.
all the women are swooning now. Can they swoon over a reverend?
Swooning is good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just asking.
You can turn it. You don't turn up. I don't give away the man thing for the reverend thing.
Okay, all right.
Still a dude.
Okay, it's good to know. I'm really happy to know that, yes, because I think things go awry when that doesn't happen.
That's right.
Okay, so now you are the minister over at the Unitarian Universalist Church here. Where is that church being, what are the services, where are they being held?
It's the Sedona Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Fellowship.
Okay.
We don't call ourselves a church. We are a fellowship.
Love that.
And that's a distinction that we love. But we right now are housed and share space with the Sedona United Methodist Church.
Is that Reverend Elizabeth?
Pastor Lamaster.
Aha.
A.K.A. Elizabeth. Pastor Lamaster.
I love that woman.
Yeah, that's my bud. We've been together now 1 year, and we just tripping on how wonderful our year together has been. Because we're a small congregation. We don't have a church or a building. Formerly, we for years were in the synagogue in the Jewish Verde Valley,
yes.
Rabbi Elisha folk.
Yes,
so we shared space with them.
Yeah, matter of fact, you might run into her today if you stay with me long enough.
Okay,
no,
we could do that.
Really, and she adores you. Let me just tell you, Reverend Anthony is adored. And of course, one of my diva sisters is your music director, Susanna Martin. Big shout out to her.
Big shout out to her. In love with her, out loud and on purpose.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she's just
fabulous.
a marvelous person.
She is, and
Every
wonderful
Sunday,
singer.
She sang Imagine last Sunday, and when she finished, I turned to the congregation and said, "Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Did you really hear that?" So yeah, I send out big love and grace to her.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's wonderful. Yeah, so now let's just talk a little bit about, first of all, how long have you been the minister here?
This will be my 5th year.
Fifth year?
Yeah, 5 years.
Congratulations.
With SUF, as we call it, SUUF.
Okay.
SUF, 5 years.
5 years.
Going into year 5.
All right, cool. Now, I know you're a writer, and you just gave me a book, which I'm very excited to look at.
Yes.
And it's called What If God is a Woman? This is fantastic.
What if God is a woman?
Mm-hmm. And it's poetry?
Yes, poetry.
And I love this. It says, poetry for the rest of us that speaks to the rest
to the best.
To the best, excuse me.
Poetry for the rest of us that speaks to the best
in each of us. Love that.
Yeah.
I love that. This has got to be a very hard gig for you at this time. I mean, I don't want to talk about like all that's going on because we don't really talk about that.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And it is not an easy time because people have a hard time speaking to one another. I bet you noticed that quite a bit.
It's what I call sidewalk watchers.
Sidewalk
watchers.
Okay.
You're walking down
the
the sidewalk,
Yes.
somebody's coming, and they drop their head, and they're much more interested in the sidewalk
The sidewalk.
than in giving you some
That's right.
of that chakra love, that eyeball love, I call it.
Yes, that big smile with the
That's
eyes.
it. That's all. I don't want anything, just recognizing your humanity.
I love it.
Don't you be a sidewalk watcher.
That's right. I like it. I'm going to use that. Yeah, I know. Well, I have a tendency to say hi to everybody.
Yes.
Do you do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine that's
Yeah.
true. So, were you here when the waver was here? We had a man who would walk down the sidewalks and just
No.
wave at people.
Wow, no,
And there there was a documentary made on him. Yeah.
Okay.
The waiver, and just good vibes, you know. I mean, it was just interesting to have a gentleman standing on the sidewalk as you were driving by,
Yeah.
waving at you. It just reminded me of that. That goes back a few years.
Yes.
So now let's talk about the fact that you did serve in the military.
Yes.
You were in the Army.
5 years in the Army.
Okay.
Proud to say I'm what they call a Mustang.
Okay.
That means you come in enlisted and you leave as an officer. So that whole scenario.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 years. Came in a private, left a captain. That's
Beautiful.
interesting little story there.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Did you go? Were you serving in a war?
Peacetime,
Oh, thank
peacetime.
goodness.
I'll be real clear with all my vet friends. I am a non-combat vet because being the other is another whole story unto itself.
It is, and I'm sure
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you have counseled many vets. Have you?
Yes, many vets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vets.
What is the? May I just ask
Yes.
you this? This is an
Yeah.
interesting question. It comes up for me. What seems to be the thread that, if you were to think of what is in common with most people who have served during war times, what would you say that you actually notice that seems to be a common thread?
Boy, that's a good question. I'll have to go into that. I'll say the common thread is a sense of camaraderie.
Okay.
A sense of understanding that's most times not spoken.
So
You
true,
just
I think.
know.
Yeah.
You just know. You just know. And I give kudos because I don't know. I have experienced it, but I was there with those who did experience, who would share with me the stories, and they are just, yeah.
You know, I say so true, not because I know, but simply because I have spoken to a lot of vets. And this last Memorial Day,
Yes.
which was not that long ago, it was a few weeks ago, was powerful. Were you there? And remember what Al said?
I wasn't at the memorial
you weren't?
in Sedona. No,
You
I
weren't
was
in
not.
Sedona. Well, the gentleman that spoke, and forgive me, I'm not remembering his rank because he hugely decorated.
Yes.
And I know him. His name is Al. He's a wonderful individual. And he got up, he was the keynote speaker, and he spoke about the fact that, in a different way about Memorial Day, saying that he had served in the Vietnam War. And that was like 50 years ago. And those people that are no longer living didn't live those 50 years that they could have. And it was just a different way of looking into a different retrospect. You know, it was just the way he said it and the way he worded it was powerful. And then there was this kind of silent camaraderie. I could feel that from different people who had served, right?
Yes.
It's amazing. So now, when did you get into being a producer and a writer?
Wow. Let's see. I guess, well, the producing thing was kind of, many years ago, early 80s, I'll say.
Okay.
From Chicago. We mentioned Mississippi, but I cut my teeth in film and television in Chicago.
As a producer?
Yes.
Did you have any formal training for this?
Oh, yeah. I graduated college with a BA in radio and TV. Thought I was going to be a psychologist.
Oh, my gosh.
What could be greater than the study of humans, I said to myself. Then I walked into a class that they called probability and statistics. And I looked at the professor and said, "Excuse me, what has that got to do with humans?" I stayed for about an hour and I left. Oh, this is so good. Walked across the street to the radio station.
Oh, my gosh. Is that how it started?
Literally, that's how it started. And that was WNIU-FM in DeKalb, Illinois, at Northern Illinois University.
I love this. And so
that
then
was
what
it.
happens?
And I was there, and I went to grad school, more communications and radio and TV stuff. And I was committed. This is back in the day. It's all about the Black Revolution, not working for the man. So I end up working in the hood, working with young, what they call knucklehead teenagers, what I call young men who simply want to be men and don't know A from Z or how to be, like most of us are, until somebody taps us on the shoulder. So yeah, I tapped on a lot of shoulders, so I was doing that for years, and one thing led to another. And it was in 1976 that I joined the Army.
Wow.
Chandra, this is hard to say, and people will not understand, I don't think, but maybe. Though I was born in Mississippi, raised in Chicago, I was not an American.
Okay.
In my head and in my heart.
Okay.
My hero, Malcolm X, made it plain. His famous metaphor was, if a kitten is born in an oven, that don't make it a biscuit.
That's interesting. Never heard this.
Yes, so I was an African born in America. And it was validated all around that you don't fit.
Oh,
you're
my
not
goodness.
quite the one.
Right.
So that's kind of how I was going through life and all the challenges that go with that. So when I did realize it, 27, dude, you're an American. Wake up. So I did. I'm kind of like a mule. It took me a while to get it, but once I got it, that's it. So I got hit on the head by this reality piece of wood, and I signed up for the Army.
My gosh, what a great way to explain this.
Yeah.
You know, really, it's because it had to be an interesting life.
Yes.
Right? You've had a very interesting youth. And being black,
yes,
being an African American, and you are African American.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a whole different experience. Like it's one that I do not know.
Yes.
Anybody who's white does not know this. Sorry.
Yes.
This is the way it goes down.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. And has it been easy?
Has it been easy?
Were your beginnings easy?
No. I mean, it's upon reflection, much easier than a lot.
Okay.
Like when I look at I had a mommy and a daddy. That was the first distinction. A lot of my friends did not.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's really interesting. We all think that we've got it so difficult. And I love your answer because we can all feel like the boo-hooing. You know, the drama, the littlest violin, and all that stuff. Certainly I have done that. And then you realize that there are no bombs going off in your backyard.
Hello.
Right? And then you're like, oh, I am good. I am doing okay. And being that said, though, there are a lot of hard lives in America.
Absolutely.
There are people who are not eating. There are people who
As
are
we speak.
not able to eat.
Yes.
For one reason or another. Maybe they don't have the money or the food or access to, or maybe they just can't eat. I don't know, but we're not in that boat, and let's keep it that way.
Knock on wood, give thanks every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yes.
Been there, done that.
What? Yes. Yes. I could say that's true too. Yeah. So tell me, what helped you get through those years? Who was your mentor during the hardest time in your life before you joined the Army, which probably saved you in a lot of ways? Am I right?
Yes. And you won't believe it, but you'll appreciate it. And it's the truth. it was music.
Ah, yes.
Generally, and John Coltrane in particular.
Boom. Yes, I do understand.
Seriously.
Music.
I heard A Love Supreme.
Yeah.
I remember the day, and I listened, and I said, did you hear that? All I knew was there is more to this than this.
Oh, yeah.
And that set me on my spiritual path, if you will.
And how old were you at that time when you realized?
Ooh, I was in college then, so I'm in my 20s.
Okay.
22, 21, 20, yeah, I was young.
Yeah, so you graduated and then you went into the Army.
I was weird. I went in the Army with a master's degree.
Unbelievable.
And didn't have enough knowledge to know, dude, you could have went in as a whatever. No, Army, private, I'm signing up. The idea of a regular paycheck at that time sounded like a plan. Married with a daughter, and I'm being a good old knucklehead, doing all kind of bad stuff Hey, I won't talk about that. You said
That's right. I asked, okay, so anybody who's on my show, you have to understand, I always ask them, what should we not be talking about?
And I'm just kidding, because I own it all.
I know.
People like, Anthony, I laugh at myself. Anthony, you're so this. I said, no, y'all. It's just I'm a little better than I was.
Well,
that's the deal.
Can I say something about that? Everybody has their stuff.
That's right.
I tell myself that whenever I start feeling blue about some of the choices I've made.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, girl. Come on now. Everybody has made mistakes.
That's it.
And then on top of that, it makes you understand later in life when you meet people, they've been through stuff, you can help them because you have been through it too.
That's right.
Right?
That's
and the
right.
fact that you are a reverend, you are a minister, and people come to you, and it's not like, oh, you can't relate. You can relate, totally relate.
Totally relate.
And then some.
Thank you.
So you were a producer.
Yes.
Let's talk about this. You come out of the Army.
Yep.
And here you are, you start in radio.
Yep, come out of the Army, don't forget it, ready to get back in the world.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I went to a job thing, long story short, a man came up to me, one thing led to another, and I got my first corporate gig, manager of corporate television at Abbott Laboratories.
Okay.
And I began producing all these healthcare videos and all kind of stuff. I had done some interactive discs and military films and stuff in the Army, and I came out and I jumped right into that. And I went from Abbott Labs to IBM.
Oh,
Put that in the thing. I'm an ex-IBMer.
My goodness.
At one time, Chandra, I was creating more computer animation than anybody in the United States.
Holy Toledo.
Now, you will never hear about these videos because our audience was 50,000 IBM mainframe users and owners.
Incredible.
It was incredible. So what's going on inside of that computer? And the DASDs and the this. And so we would use the high technology at that time, which, oh my God, it's so...
It's completely... So it was awesome then, but now...
It was awesome then. It was relatively, oh my God, you did what? But yes, at that time we were on the cusp producing videos and computer animation for IBM.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so during those years, what was the craziest thing that ever happened to you? I know I'm saying this to you because I cannot believe we are almost out of time. This is terrible. So I got to get these stories from you. You know, what was the craziest thing? Because you worked with a ton of people. I mean, you worked with Mary Chapin Carpenter. You worked with Ed Asner. You worked with, you did PSAs for them. Also, Ted Koppel. What? I mean, like, wow.
I'll say the craziest thing was then getting tapped on the shoulder to go to work on Michigan Avenue at a place called Optimus, where I became executive production manager, and that led into the ad world. Bud Light, Give Me a Light, Levi's 501 Jeans.
Oh my gosh.
And then that led me to DC, Nightline, Ted Koppel, Tragedy at Tiananmen Square, director of production for Black Entertainment Television, Lottie Da Henniger Media, first black man to head the largest video production company in D.C.
Oh,
so all of that was happening. I'm speeding up for time's sake. So that was all happening there. So that was crazy. I loved it. I was in D.C. for 10, 12 years, thought I'd be there forever. And then the big thing that happened, dear one, I read a book.
Okay.
And it changed my life.
What book was that?
Of Water and the Spirit.
And tell us about that.
By Dr. Malidoma Patrice Somé.
Okay.
Here was a man from West Africa, from a tiny little country called Burkina Faso, who had 3 master's degrees and 2 PhDs. One from Brandeis and one from the Sorbonne, which means he got it in French.
Wow.
And he came here 30, 40 years ago to share his experience of being initiated. And for the first time in history, what happens in a boy to manhood initiation in African culture was shared with the world. And here's the part that blew my mind. When you read it, you think you're reading Star Trek.
Seriously?
Star Trek.
Wow.
And I'll never forget, my man was blown, and he said something I won't forget. Anthony, that is the, because what do y'all know about time travel and teleportation? He said, Anthony, wrong question. What makes you, the question is, what makes you think we do not know about these things? That is the question. We have been traveling interdimensionally for thousands of years.
Okay, so this is blowing your mind.
So
right?
I had to, so I jumped in and became a student of his for a couple of decades.
My goodness.
And
so
he was something.
He's
since passed
this
away.
is on your path to becoming
Yes.
a minister?
Boom, exactly.
Yeah.
All the time I've just been curious about ever since I go, because I had to trace it back, ever since the Cold Train thing, and I went into the Egyptian mythology and the pyramid stuff and all that. Always just had one question. I'm just curious. I just want to know.
It is the curiosity.
It's just curious. I just want to know.
I know. Curiosity is the key, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's a great way to talk to someone. I'm just curious.
I'm just curious.
Yes.
And
yes,
what I've
yes,
learned is how much I do not know.
Oh, my goodness.
The more I learn, the more I know how much I do not know.
I know. I have to say, I walk around my home going,
Yes.
I know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Exactly.
Just when I think I know something, I go, well, wow, okay, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that keeps us humble.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful
So
thing.
now tell us where we can find you on Sundays. Is going to be at
Yes.
the Methodist Church.
At at 110 Indian Cliffs Road at
Right.
10:30 on Sunday mornings.
Yes.
At the Sedona United Methodist Church.
Good.
We will be there.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Is it even during the summer now?
Now, summer, we start at 11 o'clock. It's a summer series. I must caveat, I won't be there in the summer. You ministers get 4 weeks of vacation and 4 weeks of study leave, bless their soul, to keep us from being burned out. So I'm taking July and August off. I'm heading to Ghana, going to be in West Africa for the summer.
That's wonderful.
So we're excited about that.
That
But I'll be back in September. But please, because we have some beautiful speakers lined up for the summer.
Okay, this is really good. And then you'll be back in September.
Back
so
in
like
September.
Everybody, you got to show up and I have heard you speak and you're amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
I know that you spoke at the Interfaith this last November. Did you?
Yes.
I remember because I was like, oh yeah, this is a
Well,
wonderful
thank
man.
you, thank you, thank
really
you.
fantastic. And why don't you leave us with, before we finish this, leave us with something that you say every day to yourself. Maybe it's when you get up or when you get down or, when you're feeling blue. What would you say to someone that helps you?
What's coming up is when people say, how you doing? And I say, I am blessed and highly favored.
Ooh, I like that.
And I know that I am not alone.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
This is what you say to yourself, too?
Oh, I say it out loud.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm blessed and highly favored.
I love that. I'm blessed and highly
Blessed
favored.
and highly favored. And as part of my ministry is to remind folks, and you too, don't get it twisted like I'm something different. You're blessed and highly favored too. And if you don't know it, let us chat for a moment.
That's great. Yeah. You're awesome. I love you.
Let us chat for a moment.
Reverend Anthony, oh my gosh. You will find him over at, one more time, it is the
Sedona Unitarian Universalist Fellowship.
That's right. And it is held at 10 o'clock, not during the summer, it's 11, but 10 o'clock starting in September.
And I'm doing the thing that people are SedonaUU.org. You can find us.
Yes.
There you go.
SedonaUU.org for all the information. Thank you for telling us that. I'm going to be visiting that. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, dear one.
Okay. And you guys, all of you, stay with me. I'll be right back.
You've explored the trails, stood in awe of the red rocks. Now discover how Sedona became Sedona. The Sedona Heritage Museum tells the story of Red Rock country, from ancient cultures to today's vibrant community. It's interactive, family-friendly, and open year-round, indoors and out. Sedona Heritage Museum, preserving and sharing the soul of Red Rock country. Plan your visit at sedonamuseum.org or call 928-282-7038.
Take a deep breath and let it go. At Sedona's New Day Spa, your escape begins the moment you arrive. Enjoy luxurious massages, rejuvenating facials, and native-inspired body treatments. Every moment is designed to restore balance and renew your spirit. Voted Sedona's Best Day Spa, this is more than self-care. It's your sanctuary. Book your experience today at SedonaNewDaySpa.com or call 928-282-7502.
Need a clean car fast? Come to Cleaner Quicker Car Wash. We'll have you sparkling and back on the road in minutes. Whether you're after a quick shine or a deep clean, you'll get top quality service, eco-friendly soaps, and smiles all around. Drive up, shine up, and feel good, all without slowing down your day. And look like a star in your car. Located in West Sedona on Highway 89A. For more information, visit cleanerquickercarwash.com.
Here's more of Backstage Pass with Chandra, brought to you by Chef Lisa Dahl.
Well, that was thoroughly fun for me. I love my guests today. I always love my guests. I mean, Reverend Anthony, and then, of course, we had Scott Yates. And do you hear that? You know what this means? It's time for my shameless Chandra spot. Big news, everyone. You know how much heart and soul that my Emmy Award-winning creative partner, Dev Ross, and I have poured into our movie musical, High School Detention, the musical. Yes, we've been working on this labor of love, every word of Dev's screenplay, every note of my original music and lyrics for 6 long, incredible years. Now, previously here on this show and on social media, we shared the wonderful news that we have just secured worldwide distribution about 2 months ago. But here we are. We've been waiting for the big question. People keep asking us, when can we actually watch it? I'm absolutely thrilled to announce right now that the wait is officially over. The debut on streaming channels is set for this September 7th of 2026. And I cannot wait for you to bring the story and music into your own homes, whether you're here in the United States or watching from anywhere around the globe. And you'll be able to enjoy it right in your living room with your kids and your whole family. And it is a musical, after all, so get ready to sing along, dance in your living room, and join us on this transformative, colorful journey. Stay tuned, and I will be sharing the full list of streaming platforms very soon, so you'll know exactly where to tune in. So mark your calendars for September 7th, because the story and the music is coming your way. High School Detention, the musical. I want to thank my sponsors, because without them I would not be able to do this show weekly. Sedona Heritage Museum, go and see them. They're on Jordan Road here in Uptown Sedona. Sefton Engineering, when you need professional engineering when you're building a home or a commercial building. Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash to get your car sparkling sparkling, Sedona New Day Spa when you need to relax and chill out, and Sedona.biz to get all the news here in Sedona and the Verde Valley, and my presenting sponsor, the Dahl Restaurant Group and Chef Lisa Dahl. And I also want to thank my guests, Reverend Anthony and also the wonderful Scott Yates. Thank you guys so much for listening in, and remember, get your VIP pass out. You can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, YouTube. We are everywhere. So get your VIP pass out again and check out the rest of the archive shows, and be sure to tune in every week for your inside look to what's going on in Sedona and the Verde Valley with creatives, curators, and inspiring individuals. And until then, enjoy and take care.